I'm your review guide, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Samsung TU8000. And if at any point during the video you want to go check out this exact same TV, I put Amazon links down below for the US, UK, and Canada, but let's get into this video. So the Samsung TU8000 is a mid to low range priced 4K TV with 4K upscaling, and it is also a VA panel. So now I'm going to tell you all about the color, the contrast, and the black levels. So since it is a VA panel, the Samsung TU8000 has great contrast levels and great black levels. So it can get very deep blacks in dark settings, as well as making the color really vivid and pop out of the TV because of the large contrast ratios. So the colors are solid, vibrant, and crisp, and in terms of the viewing experience, the Samsung TV gives a great one. Now, Samsung gives you a lot of ways to customize the image to fit your personal preference. There's many different settings in terms of picture, and on top of that, you can go into each individual setting and tweak the color and contrast and brightness to your personal preference as well. Now, because it is about $500 for the 50-inch, like the one I have behind me, the brightness is average. So what I mean by that is that it can't really handle direct sunlight onto the screen, and it's not that bright to overpower it, but if there is a window at the side of the room and it's coming at the TV, the picture is still crisp and vibrant. It doesn't have any trouble handling that amount of brightness. So it does better with medium light in the room to a darker room because it does have only an average amount of brightness. But now let's move into the viewing angle. So like I said before, this is a VA panel, so the viewing angles are supposed to be subpar, and by that I mean VA panels, usually when you look to the side of the TV at an angle, the image seems to get a little washed out and faded. Now, I've seen other people say that this Samsung TU8000 has subpar viewing angles, but for a VA panel, the viewing angles are better than expected. Yes, there is a little bit of washout when you're looking at the image from a side angle, but it is above average for VA panels. So if you have a wide room and you're going to be looking at this TV from multiple different angles, this TV gets a thumbs up. But now let's move into gaming experience. So the Samsung TU8000 is a 4K TV that can do 60 Hz. So it is not an 120 Hz TV. It does not have HDMI 2.1. But that being said, it has extremely low input lag, and the game mode settings that Samsung has created for this TV work really nicely. I have the Xbox Series X. I've gamed on it 4K at 60 Hz, and Warzone is running very smoothly. And yes, you can game on the Xbox Series X with a TV that only does 60 Hz. It still looks incredible. So in terms of the colors you get from the game mode, the crisp 4K image, as well as the low input lag, gaming experience on this Samsung TV is also very enjoyable, even for the next gen consoles. And if you want a full gaming review of the Samsung TU8000, I will be posting one next on my channel, so stay tuned. But now let's go into the inputs. So the Samsung offers 3 HDMI 2.0 ports, 2 USB, place for a cable box, antenna, Ethernet, AV in, and optical audio out. So just a little note if you do need 4 HDMI ports. Now let's move into the setup process. So it is very simple to set this up. You can set it up using Samsung's SmartThings app, or you can bypass that and just set it up using the remote. I don't personally have any other Samsung products, so I just opted to do it via the remote. But if you do have a smart home and it's mainly Samsung, you can connect the TV to its SmartThings app. And while we're on the topic of smart home, it is compatible with Google Assistant and Amazon Echo, so if you do have those devices, you'll be able to control the TV with those. Now let's talk about the audio quality. The Samsung TU8000 does have nice built-in speakers. They aren't groundbreaking or anything, they are just built-in mid-range price speakers, but that being said, you won't need a soundbar or sound system to enjoy this TV. The built-in speakers are loud and clear and provide a great listening experience if you don't want to spend the money on a soundbar or a sound system. Now let's talk about Samsung's operating system. So I'm going to start this off by saying operating systems are personal preference and completely subjective. In terms of Samsung's, it is very easy to navigate and switch through different picture setting modes, sound modes, and inputs. Now that being said, it is a little snappy for my personal preference, and I prefer a designated homepage, but it has all the apps you need like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube, all the streaming apps. It does make it really easy to switch through different things, but I would prefer a designated homepage such as Roku. But again, it is very easy and personal preference, so it is completely up to you whether you like it or not. Now let's move on to Samsung's remote. I like it. I like minimalistic remotes. That's just my personal preference. I don't like a bunch of buttons to press. Since this is a more mid-range price TV, it does have voice control, so you can use that to control the TV if you do not have an Amazon Echo or Google Assistant. And the buttons on it include the power button, the programmable channel button, voice control, ambient mode, control bar, back, home, play, pause, volume buttons, channel buttons, and some designated buttons for Netflix, Prime Video, and Samsung's TV Plus. So a very sleek, minimalistic, easy to use remote that comes with the Samsung TU8000. Now, moving into the cons, this TV does have flickering. Flickering is exactly like it sounds like it would be. It's like a subtle brightness change on the image and a flashing. Very subtle, and it's more easy to see on static shots, such as a loading screen for a game. That's where I first actually saw it. So the Samsung TU8000 that I have has this amount of flickering. The amount of flickering can vary from unit to unit, but the Samsung TU8000 that I have has this amount that I showed you, so you can judge it based on the videos that I have displayed. But because in slight differences in manufacturing, others might have less than I have. So one might have less flickering, or you might just not be able to notice it in the first place. But again, if you do want to go check out this exact same TV, I put Amazon links down below for the US, UK, and Canada. The Samsung TU8000 is one that I would highly recommend. $500 for this 4K smart TV is money well spent, with its great contrast levels, deep black levels, low latency game mode, as well as great viewing angles. But I really hope this video helped you out. If it did, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button or that subscribe button. But I was your review guide, and I'll see you in the next video.